Have you ever wished for a personal sanctuary? Not a place made of stone and wood, but a fortress of pure energy, a space you can create around yourself at any moment, anywhere you are. Imagine, for a moment, the ability to erect an invisible shield, a vibrant circle of profound power and sacred protection. This is not a fantasy drawn from fiction, but a tangible practice, a spiritual technology that has been a cornerstone of a deep philosophical tradition for centuries. It serves as a formidable bulwark against discordant energies and, more importantly, as a master key to unlock elevated states of awareness and inner clarity. Today, we delve into the heart of this extraordinary practice, the lesser ritual of the pentagram. This celebrated ritual is a foundational pillar within the Western Hermetic tradition, a stream of thought that synthesizes ancient wisdom from Egyptian, Greek, and Kabbalistic sources. Perfected and codified by the renowned Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, its influence has permeated countless spiritual paths over the last century. We will journey together, not merely to learn its gestures, but to understand its soul, exploring its profound philosophical underpinnings and mastering its execution, step by detailed step. To truly grasp the potency of the lesser ritual of the pentagram, we must first understand that it transcends the simple definition of a ritual. It is far more than a sequence of memorized words and choreographed movements. Think of it as a living language, a dynamic system of symbols that communicates directly with the foundational levels of reality. It acts as a conduit, a vibrant bridge connecting the practitioner, the microcosmic individual, with the vast, subtle forces that orchestrate the macrocosmic universe. Its lineage is ancient, tracing its conceptual roots back through millennia of esoteric exploration. The core principle that focused intention, combined with sacred symbols and resonant sounds, can influence both our inner and outer worlds, is a truth guarded and refined by initiates across ages, from the priest-philosophers of ancient Egypt to the Hermetic scholars of the Florentine Renaissance. It was during the cultural crucible of the late 19th century, however, that the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn meticulously structured this ritual, transforming it into the accessible yet powerful spiritual tool we know today, designed for the earnest seeker on the path of high ceremonial magic and self-realization. For the contemporary philosopher and practitioner, this ritual offers a gift of immense value. It is, at its most basic level, a method of profound spiritual hygiene and defense, but its true function is far more transformative. It is a rigorous discipline for the mind, demanding unwavering concentration. It is a potent affirmation of your own divine sovereignty and personal power. Most profoundly, it is a sophisticated process of energetic alignment, a way of tuning your personal energy field to resonate in perfect harmony with the great cosmic symphony. When you perform this ritual, you are not simply waving your hands in the air. With focused will and vivid imagination, you are etching a resonant frequency, a vibrational signature, into the very fabric of your personal space. Each precise gesture, each sacred name vibrated from your core, becomes a distinct note in a sublime, unseen composition, a composition that actively restructures the energetic environment around you. The divine names employed within this framework, Yod-He-Vav, Ha, Y, H-V-H, Adonai, Eha, and Agla, are not arbitrary words. In the Hermetic worldview, they are considered formulas of immense power, sonic keys that correspond to the highest, most creative spheres of existence. When a magician vibrates these names with sincere intention and unwavering conviction, they are doing something remarkable. They are directly invoking the archetypal energies these names represent, inviting their harmonizing and protective influence to manifest within the physical realm. The consistent practice of this technique sharpens one's spiritual senses and forges an increasingly resilient connection to the higher planes of consciousness. The pentagram itself, the central symbol of the ritual, is one of humanity's most ancient and revered emblems. It is a perfect representation of harmony, symbolizing the four classical elements: fire, water, air, and earth, governed and brought into equilibrium by the fifth, quintessential element of spirit, represented by the uppermost point. By tracing these powerful symbols at the four cardinal quarters, you are not only establishing a protective perimeter, you are creating a balanced and sealed energetic circuit, harmonizing your personal universe, the microcosm, with the greater universe, the macrocosm. It is for this reason that alchemists, esoteric philosophers, and initiates of diverse mystery schools have perpetually held the pentagram as a supreme emblem of spiritual power, wisdom, and divine illumination. By committing to the disciplined, regular practice of the lesser ritual of the pentagram, the student embarks on a profound journey of internal alchemy. They do more than shield themselves from disruptive external forces. They initiate a deep process of self-transformation. The mind becomes disciplined, the will is tempered and strengthened, and a much keener, more nuanced perception of subtle reality begins to awaken. The world, which may have once seemed chaotic and unpredictable, starts to feel more coherent, because the practitioner is actively cultivating a center of profound stability and order within themselves, becoming a point of stillness in a world of constant change. This is more than a ritual. It is a comprehensive spiritual training. It doesn't just block unwanted energies. It recalibrates the practitioner's own perceptual filters, empowering them to become a conscious, deliberate agent of positive change. As with any truly powerful instrument, its full value can never be grasped through theory alone. The theory provides the map, but it is only through direct, consistent practice that one discovers the true, majestic territory of magic. The lesser ritual of the pentagram is executed in a precise, four-part sequence. Each stage is meticulously designed to build upon the last, culminating in a powerful and stable energetic field that harmonizes the practitioner with divine spiritual forces. The structure is as follows: aligning with the divine source, tracing the protective seals, invoking the guiding intelligences, and finally, sealing the completed work. Before any pentagram is traced, the magician must first establish a connection to the ultimate source of all things. This is achieved through the Qabalistic cross. This initial, crucial step serves to purify the practitioner's aura, but more importantly, it centers their consciousness firmly in the majestic presence of the divine. You begin by visualizing a sphere of incredibly brilliant, white light forming about a foot above the crown of your head. See it as the pure, transcendent essence of the Creator, the singular point from which all reality emanates. From this sphere, you will draw down a pillar of this divine energy, grounding it in the earth and expanding it through your being, creating a perfect balance between the forces above and below, and between the dualities within the universe. The steps are precise. 1. Reach up with your right hand, or a ritual dagger, drawing down a beam of light from the sphere above. Touch your forehead and vibrate the word A-T-A-A, A-Ta, meaning thine is. Feel the divine light flood your mind with clarity. 2. Bring your hand down the center of your body, drawing the beam of light with you. Point towards the ground, touching your chest as you pass, and vibrate Malkuth, Malkut, meaning the kingdom. Visualize the light grounding you firmly to the earth, establishing your place in the material world. 3. Touch your right shoulder, visualizing the beam of light expanding horizontally to form the right arm of a cross. Vibrate Vegebura, Vegebura, meaning and the power. Feel the quality of strength and dynamic force fill that side of your being. 4. Touch your left shoulder, seeing the beam of light complete the horizontal crossbar. Vibrate Vegedula, Vegedula, meaning and the glory. Feel the quality of majesty, compassion, and magnificence fill your left side. 5. Bring both hands together, clasped over your heart as if in prayer. Vibrate Eliolam, Amen, Leolam, Amen, meaning forever, unto the ages. So be it. At this moment, you should feel yourself standing at the center of a radiant cross of light, perfectly balanced and aligned. This establishes the sacred state required for the work that follows. The next phase involves the creation of the protective shield. Here, you will trace banishing earth pentagrams in each of the 4 cardinal directions. These act as powerful seals that repel negative or imbalanced influences and lock the ritual's energy into your physical space. Each pentagram must be drawn with razor-sharp intent and accompanied by the vibration of a specific divine name. The intention behind each line is paramount. A mechanical drawing is inert. You must feel the flow of brilliant energy streaming from your fingertips and solidifying in the air before you. The process unfolds as follows. E. Face east, the direction of dawn and new beginnings. With your right hand, trace a large, luminous pentagram in the air before you. As you complete it, thrust your fingers into its center and vibrate with force the divine name YODHEHVHHEH Yod-He Vav-He, representing the ultimate creative force. 2. Turn 90 degrees to the south, the direction of heat and passion. Trace an identical pentagram, and thrusting into its center, vibrate the name Adonai, Adonye, evoking the lordship and supreme presence of the divine. 3. Turn to the west, the direction of twilight and emotion. Trace the next pentagram, and as you energize it, pronounce Ehai, Eheye, symbolizing the eternal, self-existent I Am. 4. Finally, turn to the north, the direction of earth and stability. Trace the final pentagram, and vibrate the name Agla, Agala, a notaricon, or acronym, for Ate Gibor Le'olam Adonai, meaning, Thou art mighty forever, O Lord. After tracing the final pentagram, complete the circle by returning to face east. Visualize the 4 brilliant blue pentagrams flaming in the 4 quarters, connected by a circle of pure white light. You are now sealed within a sacred, protected space. With the protective field firmly established, you now invoke the presence of the 4 great archangels who preside over the cardinal points. This reinforces the circle's integrity and aligns you with the balanced cosmic forces they represent. Each archangel embodies a specific elemental quality, symbolizing the harmonious presence of all 4 elements within your protected space. As you invoke them, strive to genuinely feel their presence, to perceive their unique qualities and the potent energy they bring. The invocation proceeds with you standing in the center, arms outstretched to form a cross. 1. Declare, before me, Raphael, Raphael. Visualize the Archangel of the East, ruler of the element of air. See him robed in yellow and violet, holding the caduceus staff, bringing healing and knowledge. Doi. Declare, behind me, Gabriel, Gabriel. Visualize the Archangel of the West, ruler of water. See him robed in blue and orange, holding a chalice, bringing intuition and messages from the divine. 3. Declare, on my right hand, Michigan Chael, Mikael. Visualize the Archangel of the South, ruler of fire. See him robed in brilliant red and green, wielding a flaming sword of protection and truth. 4. Declare, on my left hand, Uriel, or Riel. Visualize the Archangel of the North, ruler of earth. See him robed in deep earth tones, holding sheaves of wheat or a pentacle, bringing stability and manifestation. After sensing the distinct presence of these 4 mighty beings surrounding you, bring your focus back to your own center and make the final declaration. For about me flame the pentagrams, and within me shines the 6-rayed star. This powerful affirmation reinforces your connection to the divine macrocosm, linking the protective circle around you with the divine spark within you. To properly conclude the ritual, you must reaffirm your connection to the divine source and formally seal the energy you have raised. This is accomplished by repeating the Kabbalistic cross, exactly as you performed it at the beginning. This brings the entire operation back to a state of perfect equilibrium and completes the practice. The closing follows the same process. 1. Touch your forehead and say Ata. 2. Touch your chest, abdomen, and say Malkuth. San. Touch your right shoulder and say Vigabura. 4. Touch your left shoulder and say Vagedula. 5. Clasp your hands over your heart and say Eli Olam, Amen. At this final moment, feel the energies stabilize. The vibrant field you have constructed remains intact, but the active ritual is complete. The protection, purification, and alignment have been firmly and successfully established. The intricate structure of the lesser ritual of the pentagram was masterfully designed to operate on multiple, simultaneous levels of your being: the psychological, the energetic, and the spiritual. Its consistent, daily repetition forges a powerful link with your own divine nature, dramatically enhances your capacity for focused concentration, and provides a reliable shield against dissonant influences. While on the surface it may appear to be a straightforward exercise in visualization and vocalization, its dedicated practice leads to a profound and lasting transformation in one's perception of reality. The practitioner gradually begins to discern the subtler energetic currents that flow through the world and feels an ever-increasing sense of being centered, balanced, and protected on their unique spiritual journey. This ritual is not merely a technique, it is a foundational training for consciousness, an alignment with the great forces of the cosmos, and an essential preparation for any more advanced stages of the esoteric quest. For all who dedicate themselves to it with discipline, sincerity, and a clear intention, its transformative effects will soon become undeniably apparent. You will become not merely a protected soul, but a true and conscious agent of the divine on earth. Thank you for joining us on this exploration. If this video was helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. And now, leave a comment below and tell us one thing you are grateful for today.